everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Suzie Wokabi podcast. This is our season 2 finale, and for that, a very, very hand-picked guest is who I have with me. If you don't know, you know. The most beautiful person.
Oh, come on.
Miss Betty Kyallo.
Nice. I'm so happy to have you
I
here.
am ecstatic
We
to
have
have
been
you.
planning for this for a long time.
You are literally the hardest person to find in this country.
No, well, I think it's happening at the right time.
Yeah, true.
At the right
if it
time.
didn't happen, it
Yeah.
wasn't meant to then.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
So-
And welcome to Flair by Betsy. And
Where we are,
feel at home.
it's
feel
at
home.
her beautiful location. It's
Yeah.
called Flair by Betty
Yeah.
here in Kilimani, in Nairobi.
Kilimani, Nairobi, yeah.
And you'll tell me what all goes on here.
A lot.
I know, and a lot in your life. So
Yeah.
before we get into it, Betty is a seasoned media person,
Yeah.
journalist,
Yeah.
entrepreneur, many things.
Mom.
Mom, and we're gonna get into all that. So
Yeah.
let's just dive in.
Right.
Hello, darling.
I'm alright. I
Good.
mean, it has been a crazy day, but you know what? I'm like, I'm happy to be
It's
finally here.
I know. I'm so happy to
And
have you.
I mean, you and I have met. We met like a couple of maybe months ago
What?
for a project.
For a project.
And yeah,
But
I
we
think
know
we just clicked,
we
but
met
we
each other
met.
through the
You
years.
did my makeup once.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my goodness, Suzie Wokabi.
And I was like, oh my God, Betty Kyallo.
I was not even as big as I am right now, but those days, man, I was like, gosh.
Aw,
So
sweet.
I'm so happy now we're cool and we're like buddies,
We're girls, we're
buddy
girls.
pals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, where I want to start, because we are going to chat it up.
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of the beginning
Right.
and the now,
Mhm.
and then the future, because I know
Okay.
it's bright and
It's
sunny.
extremely bright.
So let's
I
start
can't see
with
it's too
Betty.
bright.
What we found out? What was your middle name?
I have 6 names.
Oh yeah, there's something. You had a name story.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So first of all,
Uh-huh.
my mom and dad were not that good to call me Betty, so my name is actually Beatrice or Beatrice.
Beatrice. Okay.
Yeah. Imagine.
They weren't that good. Well, trust me, I have issues with my name. I'm not Susie.
You're Susan.
Susan. Susan.
My
Jenny.
goodness. Jerry. So there's Beatrice
Uh-huh.
or Beatrice, Mutei,
Mm-hmm.
Mutwa, Kinanda, Yolanda, Kyallo. All those are my names.
Okay.
Beatrice, Mutei, Mutwa, Kinanda, Yolanda.
They're
Kyallo.
all on your birth certificate.
No.
Okay.
So these are names that, like Yolanda is my, because I'm Catholic, that's my confirmation name.
Okay. You chose that.
Kinanda, yeah. I was like,
I know Yolanda.
But it was also from, you remember Yolanda Masinde?
Yes.
She was a Miss Kenya at
Yes,
some point.
yes.
And so she's the first person who made me know about that name. And from that, plus the perfume. There's a perfume called Yolanda.
Yes,
you
I know. It was all
So-
like Yolanda is glamour.
Yeah, it's glamorous. So I got the name from that.
Those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also Kinanda is my grandma, my late grandmom.
So that's your name.
She loved to sing, and so Kinanda is like a small
Instrument,
instrument.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So she liked to sing and dance just like me.
Sweet.
So that's a name that my dad and her gave me. Before when I was young.
Okay.
And then Beatrice, of course, Mutei, Twa.
Which one?
Gosh,
Okay.
there's so many.
So-
And then my dad's name.
So Mutei and Mutwa are both
They're both companies. Yeah, Mutwa and Mutwa.
So it's like me
is-
being called Susan and
Jerry,
Jerry, Wanjiko.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I'm
Uh-huh.
it's extra like that.
I love it.
But yeah, so those are, I think actually many people do not know I have those 6 names.
Those are
It's just a few people, I don't say who, but very few people who know those 6 names.
And now everyone there.
And now everybody.
Cool.
Oh, now snap.
Too late.
Yeah.
So you born and raised in
yeah.
Nairobi?
No, I was actually born in Nakuru.
Hey, me too.
What?
Yeah. And
You're
War
my
Memorial
home
Hospital.
girl.
Yes.
Nakuru Memorial
Yeah.
Hospital. Me too.
Listen.
God.
Kindred spirit.
Oh, I love it. I've never. Oh my goodness, this is so cool.
But we moved to Nairobi before I was 1. But
Yeah, even as we moved, I can't remember when we moved, but we moved from Nakuru to Nairobi, and yeah, so grown up here, different estates. My childhood was very colorful and so nice, and a lot
siblings,
of
I know you have
yes,
two
I have
sisters.
an older brother Brian. I
Uh-huh.
have me, then 2 sisters, Mercy and Gloria,
Nice.
and now my daughter Vala.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
I know I want to leave her from that list.
Oh
'cause,
yeah,
you know,
she's in there.
Yeah.
Nice, I love it. Okay, so growing up, fun and games
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. Not good times. I mean, we had a love being a very close knit family. When we were growing up, we grew up in Kahawa West. It was a lovely childhood because it's in the estate. You know, you all have friends, and you have. Gosh, you know, we wake up in the morning during the holidays and we're playing kati the whole day, or rounders or whatever. And then in the evening, you've been back to go home and shower. You don't want. In the evening, the only thing that made us, you know, run back home is when we would see my mom spot her because my mom was so strict. So we'd spot her and we don't have sweaters.
Trouble.
We're just and we keep chugging back to the house, trying to get So our childhood was really nice. Then we moved from Kahawa West. We lived in Tena Estate. Then we lived in Rongai. Now Rongai is where the biggest chunk of my upbringing was. And it was still very colorful. I remember, you know, going
so
to
were
church.
you in primary school then?
Yes, I was in primary school. I was in primary school and also high school and also university. Actually, that's what I'm saying is the biggest chunk of my upbringing. And Ronga was just, you know, that's my place, that's my hood. Even these days, whenever I go there, I'm like, this is where we used to buy movies. This is where we used to, you know, this is my neighbor. We used to go and at Borough have magazine Shout. Do you remember Shout?
Yes.
Gosh, she was so old. And we used to.
You're not old. Go on.
Age ain't nothing but a number. So I remember like I had friends and and we were alright. We didn't have it all because my parents really struggled with our upbringing. So as many have. But then whatever we had, we shared and we were right. I mean, I remember like before our house had electricity installed, so it took a long time because this is where my mom and my dad bought their house, their home. And so because we were living in it as they're still building, Wow. So I remember we didn't have a ceiling and you have all these insects falling, and it's dark.
You're inside of the construction.
Inside of a construction. But I remember there was so much love in our family because in the evenings because we're Catholic, we used to have this book called Tumshangile Bwana. That's our main hymn book. And we used to sing, I used to drum, and my dad is there, my brother. Yeah, it was just a nice.
Sweet.
It was a nice upbringing.
Nice memories.
Very.
Awesome.
So that's it.
So college, I think you went to Daystar. College, right?
I also had a fun. I went to primary school. I went to a couple of schools.
Oh, okay.
Uhuru Gardens was one of them. There's Olerai, and then there's then we went to high school, Kangundo Junior Academy, which actually I went to 2 high schools.
Okay.
The first one I was in Form 1, but man, life was so tough.
Okay.
I had to leave.
I had to leave. School was
in
tough?
School.
What was wrong?
What? First of all, I was a Form 1, so you're called mono.
Oh yes.
A bit of bullying, to spice it up.
Yeah. For the Form 2s onwards. Right?
Yeah. So, but it was still not so bad.
But
I knew I didn't want to stay in that school for so long. But I still had good memories from the school. I remember we went on strike and we walked for many kilometers in the middle of the night. As girls, the whole school. We went on strike.
What was the cause?
I think we were just fearing exams. We feared exams because I think the mock exams were approaching. For everybody, all the kids are going to watch this. Do not do that. It's wrong. It's wrong to go on strike. It's wrong. But we did when I was younger. We did a lot. And then I went to Daystar University, Kangundo Junior Academy, and then Daystar University. Where I finished.
How was your college experience?
I was dope. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
Mine was also the best of my schooling years. Yeah, for sure.
I loved high school, but I also really loved college. College was cool, and I remember I wanted to be a news anchor so bad.
Already then?
Yeah, from when I was a kid.
Studied communication?
Mass communication. And I remember in college, and if you ask any of my friends, like I used to be that person. I felt like a news anchor from day one. Like I'm studying mass communication. So every day in school I used to dress up. Like I used to be the girl in heels. Imagine first year I'm already wearing heels.
No way.
Yes, jewelry. I used to take my look so seriously.
Makeup?
No, I didn't know how to do makeup. See
that always happens.
See that? I didn't know how to do makeup. Those those weaves that if you stay in the sun too long, it could burn. Let it burn. So there's this weave. I used to like look really dapper. I used to try. Yeah.
And everyone, I'm sure, noticed you.
People did. I used to really put the effort. And then was like, why are you in heels and in a skirt and well done?
But you say that you wanted to be in media
for the longest.
Earlier.
From when I was
Who were you watching? What were you watching?
Kasavuli was my. I mean, I loved her. I used to watch her. I'm like, how does somebody speak so well?
Yes, and so
for a long time, like continuously.
Yeah, perfect accent.
Perfect accent. She looked great, beautiful. Her composure was, my goodness, that woman. And then later on, imagine I came to interview her in one of my shows. Imagine from looking at this girl, on TV, and then I come and interview her. That was one of the best shows I did in KTN. So so I wanted to be this person for a long time. Yeah, I used to stand in front of the mirror and I would read the news to myself. My whole family knew that, we were on a Jungile Shanga.
Oh! Leave her.
Leave her, yeah. She's alright. She's alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you went to study it, so perfect.
Yeah, I did.
What was your first job? In college or out of college?
It was, we were approaching 4th year. Actually, we were in the middle of the 4th year, I think. Yeah, in the middle of it. And because you have to get an internship, so I applied to 3 different stations, and KTN ended up calling me. So in my what is it called, in the CV that I sent, and that's why I always encourage young people to be as creative as possible in sending these things out. So what we did, I took my mom's bed sheet, put it as a backdrop in school. Now this is in school, so we're all applying to go into different stations. So me, I tell my friend, he's called Edin Yadwa, let's do this. I'm gonna come with my mom's bed sheet. My mom has some slick bed sheets. Slick. So I told my mom I'm gonna use this bed sheet for the for my school projects. So I take the bed sheet to school. We crop it.
Nice.
It's our background. Then the camera there, and it was me and Eddie. Now we were like reading news. Good evening, I'm Beatrice. I wasn't Betty that day. Those days I was Beatrice. So. And then this CD, we put all this video on the CD.
Nice, that's like a modern day reel.
Modern day, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I put the CD on the, in the envelope, put my CV there, and I sent it to the different TV stations.
Awesome.
And so after a couple of days, I think it was either a day or a week, I'm not sure, but it was not too long. I get this call from Standard Group, and this person is like, "Hello, everybody there had an accent." What? So this girl is like, "Hello, this is Cynthia and I'm calling you from the Standard Group. Is this Beatrice?" Me, I'm like, "What?" So I remember I was with my mom, I'm like, so she's like, "Yeah, you've been invited for an interview. When are you available?" I'm like, "Now."
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So anyway, so I go there, and that was that was the start
beginning
of my career.
So you did get the internship?
I did get the internship, and after 3 months I was not kicked out. Because after internships last for 3 months and you get out.
Yeah.
So I just made sure that they wanted to hold on to me. So I really tried different things as I was starting.
Nice.
And I was just like, I have to use what's unique about me to make them like me and make them stay.
You guys, this is how to do it.
Yeah, you have to make an impression. And so I did, and I didn't go for, I was there for 8 years.
But not as an intern.
Not as an intern.
Please.
Oh my God, grandma intern. Grandpa Records, grandma intern. So, no, I was there for an internship, and then I was trainee reporter, junior anchor. By the time I was leaving, I was senior anchor, senior news anchor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I know for that, is that where you started with winning awards? Because you've won a bunch.
I've won a bunch. I even forget them, but I appreciate all of them. Not to me, I really appreciate them. But yeah, I think I had a really colorful career.
Yeah.
In that industry. So, I did really well.
At Standard Media for those 8 years.
Yeah.
Highlights in there?
Well, I think for me, the highlights were the kind of shows I created, because I feel like I brought a vibe, some spice on Kenyan television. So I remember when I started with a show called Auto World. So it was about, I was reviewing cars.
Yeah.
Hey, I was that girl. I have a thing for cars.
Yeah.
So I was reviewing cars, and yeah, so it started as like a small segment at the, what do you call it, the morning show, where not too many people watch, but it was a small, but I did it passionately. And then after that, after like I think a month or two, they saw it was really good content. They put it on the biggest bulletin, which was a Sunday evening.
Nice.
So imagine from that, and I really worked hard, even though it was a small 5-minute segment. At a time that not too many people are watching, I still gave it my all. And then when the show would be, when the show would be uploaded on YouTube, people would actually comment. And from that, the station was like, wait, there's something here. And so I was given this Sunday 9 o'clock.
That is a
like
captive audience.
Yeah,
everyone wants that slot.
That is the best
and
slot.
probably the highest,
the highest ratings, the highest viewers. So for me, it was a win. That was my first biggest win at KTN. And then I did some great shows, How Things Work. I did Friday Briefing, which was the biggest show. I think that was the first time we had a news bulletin that was a bit awkward, because I would have you come on the show and you'd read the news, and it was really dope.
Oh, yeah. Did we do this?
We did it! We did it! We did it. Yeah.
You took me. I
remember.
I was wearing a long dress.
Then you went to sad. Then you read it.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like I met you more recently than when I did your makeup.
Oh yeah. Imagine we did that. So that was one of the biggest shows.
Can you guys find the clip of that?
I know. So I mean, we did great things on TV. So that was one Friday Briefing. What else? Then I went to K24 and I, started Weekend with Betsy.
So did you put that standard and
yeah, I mean,
or
they gave me quite a bit of money.
So they snagged you out of there.
But honestly, I think KTN was always home for me.
Yeah. Because
that's where I started my career, and they appreciated the kind of work I did. I felt really appreciated. But I felt like after 8 years in the station, I felt like I had milked everything that you could have
for it.
Yeah. And so I just wanted like a new challenge, and not to say that KTN was a smaller station, but I wanted to see this impact that I have. Is it for real? Can people move with me and
so
not start
that's
watching?
You challenging yourself.
I was just challenging myself.
I think maybe how they say like when you stop being scared or like. Yeah, then you get too comfortable.
Actually, yes. Everything was very familiar.
Yeah.
But and it was really hard living KTN. I cried. That video's on YouTube. I can't watch it because I really cried. Because they were my family for so long.
Yeah.
And here I was trying to get something, a new challenge, and also obviously the parts were crazy.
But I'm sure also understandable for them.
Yeah,
to spread your wings.
It was a difficult but understandable decision between me and also them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a place that in any other life, if I wanted to go back, I know that I would be very comfortable. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So K24, how long were you there?
2 years, I think. 2 years, and 2 years, and it was
highlights there.
Of course, up close on Weekend with Betsy.
Yeah.
We did fantastic things. Oh my goodness. The best show one of the best, I did so many. One of the best was we went to Globe Roundabout, like downtown, the real downtown.
Yes.
And so we were following these two street boys the whole day. Like, where do you guys eat? Where do you guys bathe? What do you guys do?
What?
Yeah, it was, and we went to Globe Roundabout, and whoa, like, it was crazy. Like, it was crazy.
You learned something very new.
I saw life from a very different perspective. And these boys were so comfortable, and I remember them. They were really comfortable, in the streets, and they took us here. And then at the end of the day, when we wrapped up the interview, I took them for lunch at Stanford and Sons. I don't know if you know that. I'm sure she doesn't know Stanford. But Stanford, I don't think is still there. But I wish it was. I think they closed. Or something happened. I don't know. But I would have taken you there.
Yeah?
They had the best fries and the best deep fried chicken.
What?
So we went there
again.
So I went with these guys, with these two boys. And everybody, so we entered the place and everybody's looking at us
are
like,
you filming?
Why? Yeah, we're filming. And they're like, why would you bring street boys to this place? And actually, people are just like moving away,
Wow.
We sat there, they ate. But the one thing that just struck me about them, do you know when we were leaving, because everybody had their own chicken. Like both of them, everybody had their own chicken and chips. Do you know they said, I'm gonna eat half of this, and then the half I'm gonna take it to my other friends in the streets who haven't had anything to eat today. Man, that hit me hard. I was like, we take a lot of things for granted.
Of course.
And that was one of the best. I did too many good shows with my producer Sarah, but that was crazy.
Had an impact.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so then after K24.
And here I am, I started up with the streets.
You became a hustler.
I was a hustler before even Precinct TV, but I feel like I amplified my hustlerness.
Yeah. So there's a word I use on myself, but you take it to another level, and it's audacity.
Oh yeah.
And I think you're audacious
beyond
in every area of your life. So, okay, now you're a free bird.
I'm a free bird.
What did you start doing?
So I think Flair by Betty was there because it was there. It was actually there. Before I left KTN. Man, I'm getting old. There's too many.
But not this. Not where we
are. Not here. Yeah, but I think we were I was at KTN and also had Flair by Bessie. Is that right? Gosh, anyway, we're here.
No.
So so I had started the business before I left TV.
The business concept is what? Flair by Betty is?
Flair by Betty is what can I say? It's like a beauty head.
I was going to say it's not a beauty parlor. It's not a salon.
It's not a salon or saloon. This is a beauty heaven. It's like it's a place you come to just feel good about yourself, which I think in this day and age is something that we need almost like constantly, like daily. And so this particular location, as even where we're sitting, you can just see the trees. It's peaceful.
Outside and
yeah, we made it as homely as possible because we want our clients to come here and not feel like, hey, it's too crazy. No, we want people to come here with their kids and we want them to come here and actually enjoy the experience and enjoy their salon experience and stay over and do more services and more and more.
That's the business woman in you.
Yeah, so Flair by Bessie is spa, barber, beauty, and of course salon. All in one.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I feel like I can lounge here.
Yeah, actually no. Sometimes I get friends who just come to chill. On their laptop, I'm just like, okay. But yeah, I mean, we are very welcoming. My staff is super amazing. They have great energy and they hold the brand to heart, and that is I think what makes this place so special. Yeah.
When you find your staff owning the business like it's there.
Imagine
that is
yes, they actually take this brand so seriously, and I love that I love that about them because it makes everything a bit easier. Even when it comes to running, it's easy to understand each other. And we're one family, honestly.
Well,
and we've been like this for quite a long time.
You're a good employer as well.
I try.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, okay. That's Flair by Betty. That's where we are. This amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have to just see more of it.
Yeah.
And you have a clothing line.
Yes, DK Closet. When I was on TV, I used to have very many young girls or women, or even older women. They're like, "What is that? Where is that dress from?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a business opportunity." So I was like, "Okay, so it means that if I wear this, like 3, 4, 6, maybe 10 other people would want to dress the same."
Yeah.
So I was like, so for a long time I was dressed by very many. I've worked with very many shops, and I just decided why not actually do this thing. And we got together with 2 partners and we actually decided they believed in the brand and we decided we're going to do this.
So what's behind the clothing essence? Like what is it for? What is it? Who are you targeting?
I'm targeting everybody. I mean, I don't think I'd say I want to target.
It's not a size thing.
No, everybody. I mean, everybody. I feel like every woman deserves to feel beautiful.
Amazing.
If I like this, I like this for sure. And I want to get it, I should be able to get it,
Yeah.
And so for me, I feel like, honestly, because I'm a woman and I can see the number, the problems or the issues that women face on a day-to-day, I feel like I want to be a solution in some way. That's why we have a salon, then we have a clothing line, because I feel like
one-stop shop.
One-stop shop, one-stop brand,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I just want women to feel beautiful. And so when we're selecting these clothes, you know, we take our time and really think, okay, what can I wear? And it looks good on me, it looks good on somebody else.
Yeah. So do you shop for the product, or do you?
Yes,
or,
yes,
okay.
we do.
You're not making it.
No. Okay, we've tried to have a bit of collaboration for BK Mint. It works. These are just like a limited sort of edition. But yeah, with the things that we've made locally, but others we've, you know.
Can I come and say, Betty, I feel like I want something like this?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll hook you up with a good tailor.
Okay.
Those ones who promise you the dress will be ready on Christmas Day. Wappy.
What you ordered versus what you got.
No, but okay. Well, when it comes to the locally made stuff, we just work with Victor. He's a really good guy. He has his own store, so we do all those things. And I'm happy that BK Closet or the line, you know, can actually empower Kenyans, because I'm all about empowering people.
Yeah.
And also we can still get things from abroad. So it's a
combination.
Exactly.
Okay, and it's housed here.
Yeah, it is housed here, but this year we want to move to our own location because we're growing. But you see, for businesses, you have to give them time to actually be sure that this thing is going to work.
So you've tested it.
So we've tested it, it works. So now we are moving to a location which we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But by mid-year we should have a different location.
So this year is kind of going to be full of stuff for you.
Launches.
So let's get into that.
Yeah.
Okay, one I'm very well aware of
Yeah.
because there's a small part that I placed somewhere.
Not
in
small.
there.
This girl is a real boss.
Oh.
She's a real boss.
From your lovely lips to his
Yeah.
ears. Okay, so you're getting a house for BK Closet,
Yeah.
but
BK Closet, yeah.
BK Closet, and then you have something else going on. Tell us.
Gosh, like 16 things. Which one do we? Oh, the one that we are.
Let's start with a show.
Oh yeah. Oh that is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've always wanted to have like a reality TV show. I was doing something, but on a very small level on YouTube.
Yes.
BK lately, hey.
I was watching it religiously.
It was. I have 142,000 subscribers, and we got that in like a very short period of time.
Because you guys are so funny and interesting. And
Well, my sisters
crazy.
and I, and my daughter and our family is just, I don't know, to corner content.
You're not lacking in that area.
We're not lacking. I mean,
Yeah,
from that I could see like people are really hungry to actually, do this following thing of, oh, now we're doing this, now we're doing this.
Yeah.
But so when I met Eugene and Eugene Mugwa, what up? And I swear to you, like, it was just like the perfect combination because they wanted us and I wanted them.
and
so
he already had started doing some reality shows.
Yes, he had, and he was successful in them, by the way. Soul Family and Wahoo.
Soul Family.
This Love. And then so now I think maybe the third or fourth. Yeah. And honestly speaking, she has an extremely professional team. Yeah. Amazing team, so easy to work with. Yeah. So they made this process so easy for us. Nice. Yeah. And so I'm so happy that we're finally doing, a reality show with my sisters. Yeah. Because I feel like we have so much to give, whether it's in life, whether it's the experiences we've gone through, whether it's in business, the lessons we've learned. My sister is also in business. I feel like collectively, Gloria with her animals, okay, not her animals, but with her love for animals. You think she has like a zoo? No, her love.
I'm also an animal, but more a cat person. Yeah, cat.
Oh my God. Anyway, unakatu, something. You look like an animal lover too. Yeah. And you know what they say about people who love animals? Right. They're some of the most loving people on earth. Yeah, for sure. They say that about So we just felt like we have a lot to give, and we can do this. We can continue inspiring young girls like us who are trying to figure this life out, and we can do it and actually make some money. So why not?
You see, still the business person in her.
Inakujanga to slight deal.
Full circle.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then
so I'm hoping that you guys have to look out for the show. It's gonna start very very soon.
Yeah.
And I think
we're in February now, so
Mtacheka kidogo. We'll cry, we'll laugh, we'll inspire each other. We will be open and we'll be also willing to learn. So look out. I won't tell you the name of the show.
Not yet.
But we're coming for you.
And we'll shout about it.
We have real shout about it. Like that's gonna be so big.
It's so amazing. So okay, I'm going to give a small backdrop.
Yes.
So, I think in 2019 I said, I'll start running life as Suzie Wokabi. People would meet me and be like, "Hi, Suzie Beauty."
Yes,
I'm like, my last name isn't Beauty; it's actually Wokabi.
Yeah.
So Suzie Wokabi.
But isn't that great?
It's not a bad thing at all.
It's not.
That means good brand building.
You sold the idea, you sold the name to us, and that's a fantastic thing.
Yeah. So it's definitely not a negative thing.
No, it's not.
But I still have to. I stand on Suzie Wokabi because that's what I am every day, and there's more to Suzie Wokabi than just Suzie Beauty. There's many other facets. And one of the things I said is I want to be an instrumental part of growing the Kenyan and African beauty industry.
Yes.
So when Eugene approached me about what if Betty had a whole line, would you kind of consult for it? I'm like, maybe a million% yes. And we met and talked and loved and laughed, and I'm like, this is going to be so fun.
I remember
for me, creative juices flowing like a river.
When Eugene told me about you when that we're going to be working together, I was like, but she has some, she's had her brand for so long.
Yeah.
Is it
I've got
conflict?
that a lot as well from people around me. You can't build another brand. I'm like, part of growing the industry is this is part of it.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful, and you've been amazing.
Oh,
honestly.
thank you. And you are amazing.
And you've made this process so much easier. I thought
where do you even
tunaanza kukoroga nini? Let alone nini. I was just like, what? But you made it so easy, and I'm so grateful. And
so far, I think so very good.
So we are doing big things this year. God is good.
This is gonna be so great, and you guys look out for that. It's not yet out.
But we're working.
We're working on the beauty line. Yeah. Anything else?
Wow. There's so last year I got into this new business of commercial spaces. In the CBD. So that has also been a very, what can I say, like a monumental part of my entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
That is Magic Business Center. It's in town on Ringala Street. It's okay, let me tell you. Salon business is not easy. It's not easy what all the business I've been doing are not easy, but that was crazy.
Okay.
You have almost about 600 shops that you need to get tenants.
No, what?
And
so what you started big also.
That place is 5 floors. And it was crazy. And my partner, had done it for so long, and so it starts to give me, to try and get me into this business. And I'm like, what? In town? How can we do this in town? Like, what? And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go big. And we did it. I marketed that place. God is so good that we're now full.
So okay, it's on. So what is it? Office? What is it?
No. They're just stalls. Girls are doing business, and I'm so proud of the young people who are doing business there, and they're really doing well. So it is 5 floors, 2 wings, 5 floors. So this, there are shops there, boutiques, jewelry.
You just rent out your space.
Yeah, just rent out your space. You do your business. There are salons there. There are cafes. It's a whole complex. It's a complex, and I think that was. I challenged myself, but that was a challenge, and I'm so happy that we went through it. It was a really
worth
tough.
It
was tough, extremely tough, but I'm very, very happy that we're where we are. I'm a landlord.
That's part of your
landlady.
I've called you.
Landlady, I never thought I'd get to that level, so I'm really grateful to God. Like, my goodness, he keeps showing up, and I'm just like, whoa, I'm not even ready.
Like, why would I even try that?
I'm grateful.
But you're also again audacity.
I'm not fearful.
Nothing's impossible.
Nothing is possible. Yeah, I'm also not. I'm not scared of. I was not saying.
I'm scared of shit. And like flip.
Just put a blip there. So that's where we are. There are other projects we're working on. God willing, there's also a hotel coming up. but we will know about that later.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
there's
those are all the many things brewing.
many things brewing, yeah. And I mean, I'm just grateful. My goodness, yeah.
So COVID for you, what did that do?
First of all, I left Kitchen for during that time when it was at the heat, you know, and I just realized that, I mean, if I did not have Flair, because that is what kept me going for a long time, and also my brand, you know, I worked with so many brands in terms of marketing, influencing work, and so I was like, my goodness, you know, things can go south really quickly. And then for me, the challenge it presented, I just knew that I have to work extra hard to have multiple streams of income, because like, you do not know, you do not know. And I have a daughter, I'm a single mom, and I still want her, I don't want her to ever have like a shift in her lifestyle.
Sure.
Because mommy just did not work too hard. And so I think that's the reason I keep pushing myself, and that's what that year taught me. This whole pandemic period, that we have to go hard. Yeah. At least now then we can relax later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then you go
in
home.
Bahamas
Yeah.
or something.
Buy
Yeah.
your island
Buy something
in
you
the
know,
Maldives.
exactly, and that's where I want to head, and I'm not looking back. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, okay, you mentioned her 44 times so far. Tell us about this beautiful Ivana
My
person.
baby.
How old is she now?
She is 7.5.
Oh my gosh. Going on?
She's
Is
going
she
to
one of
8.
those going on 19?
Oh my gosh, Ivana is.
If she's your daughter, she must be.
Yeah, she's a mini me.
How
Actually,
lovely.
she's bigger. The other
Piece of
day we
work.
were in school, and it was, you know how kids are doing the Christmas carols and specials. So me, I knew she had a performance in school. So then I look at the church. Her performance was the last. You know, she's like, you know, Lisa. So I'm looking at the church. It's full. I'm like, my goodness. I'm so nervous on her
For
behalf.
her.
I'm so nervous. I'm sitting there with her dad and my cousin and my niece.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, I can see her. She's now waiting for this other kid to finish, then she can come.
Yes. She performed.
So like, up next is Ivana Wokabi. Then I just felt like, I'm just like, wow.
And you have the butterflies.
What? Do you know she just went there? Well, and she even laughed before she started. Like, imagine. It's like, oh, mekuja kuniona.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, mekam. So
no nerves.
Me, no, not at all. And I'm feeling the church is full. It's a big church. And she went there, and I'm just like, she held the mic, and she's like, hello parents or something. And you know, people, I was like, hello. I was like the loudest. And then she starts singing. Then she laughs, and then she started singing this song. Do you know, I could not hold myself out. And she did it. She did perfectly. And then she said, thank you. And then she looked at me like,
oh my god.
Do you know that girl? My
Does
goodness.
she light up? I can look at your face has just changed.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then the other day we were, what do you mean? We were at Two Rivers. So I had a gig at Two Rivers, Swahili Festival. And so I was supposed to go on the stage. And then, so I go on the stage, they give me the mic. So Ivana thinks I was giving the mic to give her. So she's like, then she took it, she's like, Happy New Year. She can't say yeah, Happy New Year. And everybody was like, yeah, the whole, and you know, it's like it's a concert. I love my baby. I love my baby.
I cannot wait to spend time with her. I'm sure we will this year.
Wow, yeah, this year I'm sure at some point. But
awesome.
I'm blessed.
Give her our love.
I will.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
This has been so bomb.
This has been really good.
I'm so happy to have finally sat down
I'm so
with
happy
you.
that I was in the finale. I was the final.
You had to be, because
Well,
you're a blast of everything.
Oh my gosh.
All the energy
All
that
the
we
energy.
needed.
Yeah.
So thank you
This
so
has been
much
amazing.
for your time.
Thank
and
you.
your
Next I'm
availability.
coming. Next I'm coming to interview you.
Yeah.
You have to tell your story again.
That's fine. For
Yeah.
the 804th time, I'm happy to. I love telling my story.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anything that you think I've left out that you want to add?
No. I mean, to everybody who's gonna watch this, I hope you guys are, you're in a good place in life. If not, don't worry. Just hold on. I'm always about positive energy.
Yeah.
Surround with people who love you. Surround yourself with people who care for you.
Yeah.
I mean, just the basics, really. And I just wish everybody happiness and a nice Valentine's. Will it be out before Valentine's?
It's sure.
Oh, snap. Okay, happy post-Valentine or pre-Valentine.
just before or just after?
Just after, okay. And man, I love and I appreciate all the love that,
Can you tell how much she loves life? Like, you've given me such energy right now.
Yeah?
I can go doing cartwheels and it's late afternoon.
So we go?
Let's go do cartwheels.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Awesome,
Thank you.
awesome.
All right.
And there we have it. It's a wrap. Season 2 is over. Coming up, season 3, and the best last guest of season 2. Say thank you to me, please. And say
Thank you to me.
her.
All right. Thank
So
you.
nice. So nice having you.
Yeah. We should get back to work.
Let's go.
We have a lot of work to do.
Let's go back to work.
Yeah, we promised them something.
I know. Let's
Thank
do
you.
this.
Thank you, Suzie.
Thank you guys, and we will see you in season 3. Mwah.
Mwah.